Salut tout le monde, welcome back to the channel. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Francia, and on this channel we talk about lifestyle, beauty, makeup, fashion, life, and everything in between. So I hope you consider hitting your subscribe button and your notification bell so that you always know when I upload. So today I want to talk about delusion versus self-confidence. Are the two interchangeable? I have a couple of questions. I don't necessarily have the answer to these questions, so I'm hoping that you guys will help me out. So question is, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you rate yourself as less than a 10, does that mean you lack self-esteem, or does that mean that you are honest with yourself and you're okay with where you are? And on the flip side, if you look at yourself as a 10, if you look in the mirror and you see yourself as a 10, does that mean that you have self-confidence or you're delusional? And then the last part of this question set is, should you not trust someone's mind? Like, should you not trust in someone's intellect? Like, you don't believe in whatever smart thing they have to say. If they look at themselves in the mirror and they say, I'm not a 10 because I don't look like a Victoria's Secret model. Now, keep in mind, this whole rating thing is solely based off of looks. So these are my questions. I'm going to show you a clip to show you guys what I'm talking about, and then I will say what I think after the clip. Take a look.
6 before pregnancy and 4 after pregnancy.
Okay, so.
Oh my God, no, you're beautiful.
Whatever.
Why?
Huh? Oh, because I've traveled, honey. I've seen the Japanese.
And I get
women.
that. And I get that. And I get that. Me calling myself a 10, by any chance, I'm not saying that there's not more women out there that are not more beautiful than me.
Yeah.
I know how they want us to rate us is for different reasons. Mm-hmm. The first time I came up on here, I think I said I was a 7 myself. Mm-hmm. And then I saw things after. Why ever rate yourself? Not saying that we can't be better. I'm not saying I can't. I'm at my peak state. I can be better than this for sure. But you deserve to tell yourself, at least. Maybe for yourself, it's not a 10, it's an 8 or whatever. You should never walk around this earth calling yourself a 4, because it might seem like you're being humble or whatever to yourself. But when I hear that, you're a very intelligent woman. Yeah. Everything that you said right now was so smart, and you're the first person who's got on here and made me want to shut my mouth, honestly.
Well, the rating was off looks, though, not intelligence.
Yeah, we're talking looks.
It's off looks. Yeah, but when you say that,
talk about it.
But when you say that, when you call yourself a 4, if you tell me that you look at yourself and you think that you're a 4, even if you're saying it's based off of looks, it plays deeper than that. So it's like, why should I trust anything you're saying if you think that you're just...
Right.
If everyone is a 10, then nobody is a 10. If all women are 10s, are all men 10s?
You're so missing the point. We're saying everyone, whether men or women, should look at themselves as 10. We're not saying everybody out there in the world is a 10. We're just saying that everybody should look at themselves as an individual 10.
I mean,
everyone's a 10.
That's delusion.
It is delusion, but it's a delusional world that you should be in for your own sake and benefit to live a happy, healthy life. Because if you're just sitting there being like, yeah, I'm a 4, I'm always just going to be a 4. That's what I am. That's my looks. That's not going to get you anywhere either. So you could be in a delusional world of feeling like you're ugly, or you can be in a delusional world of feeling like you're attractive. Which one would you rather be in?
First of all, a disclaimer. I do not particularly agree with this whole rating thing, like a rating yourself thing or being rated by man type of situation. I think that is like degrading and it's demeaning, and I don't get the point of it. But hey, we're here, so let's talk about it. The way I would think of it, if I were to buy into that whole situation, let's say a Victoria's Secret model was like the standards, like this is what you're supposed to look like in order for you to be a 10. Now, if you look at yourself and you're like, you're not a Victoria's Secret model type body situation, if you were to rate yourself a 10, would that be delusional, or would that be you being honest and be like, you know what, this is the standards, I don't look like that, so therefore I'm this number? Because the girl Kiko, I get what she was trying to say. Like, even if you don't look like a Victoria's Secret model, you should still rate yourself this number, because I feel like they attribute the number 10 as like being perfect. My argument is there's no such thing as like the perfect body. You know what I'm saying? We can airbrush things. We can do things to people's skin and stuff to make it look like certain things, which is why the internet, those magazine covers and all these things are like very detrimental to people's psyche, because folks don't look like that for real. So I don't think that if you rate yourself as less than a 10, it automatically means that you're not confident in yourself or you lack self-esteem. And in the same way that I don't think if you rate yourself a 10, it means that you have, like, you're loaded with self-esteem and you're just so confident that you don't think of yourself as nothing less than a 10. Now, if that's the way you see yourself, that is the boost of confidence you want to give yourself in that moment, or that's how you want to carry yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. But I wouldn't go as far as to say if someone is honest with themselves and they rate themselves as less than a 10, I wouldn't trust anything that they have to say on an intellectual level, because again, we're doing this based off of looks. Einstein wasn't like the best looking guy in the world, but we all can agree that he was smart. There's a lot of people that are like super smart, but they don't look like no Victoria's Secret model. But I think overall, this thing needs to go. We just need to go by the weight chart and like look at your height and be like, this is where I should be. Just go by the chart. Don't look at the Victoria's Secret models. Don't look at none of these people. Don't look at your neighbor. Don't look at nothing. Just look at how tall am I? What should my weight be for this height? And that's all we need to do, because it doesn't make sense for me to sit there and look at my niece. She's 17. She's 6 feet tall, and I weigh less than she does. I look way bigger than she does. If I'm gonna look at her, I'm be like, oh dang, I'm so big, this, that, and the next. But if I look at my chart, I'm right where I need to be. I'm like well within the mark. Now, if I personally want to slim down a little bit more because I have like a certain goal or whatever, then I can do that. But I shouldn't look at her. She's 6 feet tall. And if somebody is 5'2" and they weigh like 130 pounds, I shouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I need to weigh 130 pounds too. No, I will look anorexic. So people should just look at the chart to figure out where you need to be. And forget about these Victoria's Secret models, because they be putting themselves through some stuff to look like this, and you do not need to do that. So that's all I have to say on this situation. Now let's jump into some of these comments. Someone said, I am shocked that a group of women turned a simple, logical question into a feeling-based conundrum. It did go there. It did go there. I don't know why. Like this one young lady, I think her name is Kiko. She was like mad obsessed with the lady that rated herself a 4, the pregnant lady that rated herself a 4. I'm like, the lady is pregnant. Like, if you've never been pregnant, then you really don't know. Like, bruh, you don't feel like you should even be a 1 because you're pregnant. Everything is wrong when you're pregnant. I don't know why she was like, I get what she was trying to do or what she was saying, but like, she was just so obsessed with this lady that rated herself a 4. Kiko was just very offended, very upset with the lady for calling herself a 4. Someone said, saying you're a 10 is saying you're essentially perfect and at the peak level of beauty. Because if the scale is 1 to 10 and you rate yourself a 10, it means that that's it. You ain't got no more work to do. You're where you need to be, and that's gonna be that. And she was saying, just because I rate myself a 10, it doesn't mean that I can't improve. Where are you going to improve? Where are you going to improve to? The scale is a 10. The scale is a 10. Where are you going? People are not very happy with Kiko. I tell you, I've seen a couple of other episodes of the whatever podcast where Kiko has been on, and Kiko is just, Kiko is a lot, y'all. If you don't watch the whatever podcast with Kiko on there, it's like you already know Kiko's gonna give you a headache, but like you watch anyway because it's also somewhat entertaining. Like, it's very entertaining to watch Kiko, and I get a kick out of it, but I'm also like, how, Kiko, how? Kiko makes 0 sense half of the time. Next comment, someone said lying to yourself isn't self-confidence, it's the opposite. I feel like I'm not saying the people that rate themselves a 10 shouldn't, but if you do rate yourself a 10, I feel like you're lying a little bit. Like, that's just my thought. That's just my feeling. It's just my opinion. That's what I was saying. Somebody said, anytime I watch a video with Kiko, I just know it's gonna be a stressful episode. Like, legit. She just, I don't know what the problem is with Kiko, but Kiko just be on some stuff. Oh my gosh, she's very stressful. Someone said, delusion doesn't breed confidence. It's like bravery. Being brave doesn't mean you are fearless. You can accept your 4 and still be confident without putting yourself down. And that's what I was trying to say earlier. The lady is pregnant and she feels like as a pregnant woman, she's a 4. That doesn't mean that she can't still do the job that she was doing before she got pregnant and like downgraded to a 4 in her eyes. And it also doesn't mean that her husband is rating her as a 4. Like, or people around her are rating her as a 4. She rated herself as a 4 because like she's pregnant, but it doesn't affect her self-confidence. It doesn't affect her like mentally to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so down, I'm depressed because I'm a 4. She just recognizes that she's a 4 at the moment and she's fine with that. But I just don't understand why Kiko was like popping a blood vessel over this lady rating herself a 4. Someone else said, calling yourself a 10 doesn't imply confidence. If anything, it says you're so emotionally fragile that you can't handle the idea that someone might think you're less than perfect. True confidence is simply owning your number. Exactly. That was exactly my point. That number does not mean that you... I'm tired of explaining that, but you get what I mean. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Please comment below your thoughts. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next one. But until then, I hope to see you in the comment section. Bye.